ladies and gents. Welcome to CEO Meets. My name is Pip Wilkins. I am the Chief Executive of the British Franchise Association, and I'm really pleased to be joined by Daniel Anderson today from Ocean Capital Finance. So Daniel, first question, what do Ocean Capital Finance do?
Afternoon, Pip. It's good to see you. Thanks for having me on. So my name's Daniel Anderson. I'm Head of Partnerships and also a Senior Dealer at Ocean Capital Exchange. So we specialise in international payments and foreign currency exchange. So we help both private and corporate clients who either need to send or receive payments kind of internationally. So when transferring between currencies, there's going to be a cost involved. This is often taken through a margin in the exchange rate. And also sometimes you get payment fees on top of that as well. So with us, all we look to do is kind of reduce the margins and pass the savings back to our clients.
Fantastic. Sounds really simple. So talk to me about the Ocean Capital Exchange story.
Yeah, so I mean, the company itself was started by my friend Daniel Swaysland back in 2017, because we both went travelling together with a few friends for about 13 months. We went to Southeast Asia and Australia. So he actually worked as an FX broker for a number of years, kind of following on from school. So he's had quite a lot of experience within the industry. I finished school, went to university in Liverpool, kind of got a degree there, come back to London. Wasn't really sure what I wanted to do as a career, to be honest with you. But another friend of mine, he was working in a foreign exchange bureau. He kind of got me a job there. So didn't really know what to expect, but really enjoyed it. Apart from the fact that I was spending my days handing out holiday money to other people. It was a bit depressing at times, but yeah, it was really good. Enjoyed it. Got a lot of good experience from it as well. So I kind of picked up a lot of knowledge. So what affects the currency markets, the different currencies that are out there in the world, kind of how the exchange rates moved. And then I kind of thought, this is what I want to do as a career. So I was there for about 8 months, but then obviously when the opportunity to travel presented itself, I kind of went for it. And yeah, did a year over there, come back, went to work in the bureau again, because that's kind of where I wanted to get into the industry, I guess. At which point Dan set up Ocean Capital Exchange. So a few months later, he asked me to join. So since about January 2018, I believe, was when I joined. And yeah, kind of just started my career as an FX broker. So thrown in at the deep end a little bit, to be honest. But yeah, it was, again, really enjoyed it. And yeah, I suppose since then, we've just looked to build the company. Obviously, it's been quite difficult over the last few years with the kind of global pandemic that kind of
not many people going on holiday and needing the services you offer, but
exactly, yeah. But I mean, for us, it's more corporate. So, but again, it was affected because businesses weren't really sure what was going on with the pandemic. But yeah, it kind of put our plans to grow the business on hold as well, because it was difficult to kind of hire more staff when no one was really coming into work. So yeah, that was a bit difficult, but since then we've come out of it. We've got a small team at the moment, and we're just in an office in the city in the Leadner building, if you know it. And yeah, the plans are to just grow the company from here, hire more staff. So by the end of the year, we might look to maybe double the headcount and kind of progress from there.
Brilliant. So franchising in particular, then let's talk a bit about that. So you've obviously joined the BFA as a supplier, and we're really glad to have you on board. So what services do you offer, particularly into the franchise community? And if you look at that from both a franchisor and a franchisee perspective, are you covering kind of both bases?
Yeah, absolutely. From our perspective, we can help out with anyone, whether it's a private individual or a business. As long as there is a requirement to exchange between currencies, we can help. So I initially kind of wanted to join the BFA because I actually work with a couple of franchises already. My partner actually worked for one when I met her. It was kind of Auntie Anne's Pretzels. I'm sure you know it. So yeah, kind of explained what I did for work. She explained what she did. And then it took her about 6 months to tell me that they dealt in dollars as well as pounds. So I was like, okay, maybe we could have explained it sooner, but oh well. But yeah, I kind of had a conversation, realised their requirements, and essentially they were sending royalties payments back to the master franchise in the States.
Yes.
So every month, just sending US dollars, but they would have to convert from sterling. So we had a little look. They were with a big FX broker. And yeah, we just realised that the margins that were being taken were quite high. So we were able to undercut that. So every month, it just made it a few £100 or even more, really, sort of £500–600 cheaper for them to send the payments. So it can kind of keep the money in their pocket, really. And then from there, I think actually it might have been to do with the British Franchise Association. It was a golf event.
Yes,
that
we've got
I
a few of those.
Yeah. So I went to one of those a few years back and got introduced to Jed at the Christmas decorators.
Yes.
So yeah, had a conversation. They were importing their goods from the Far East, so we're paying in dollars. They were using the bank, and banks take high margins. So they're quite well known for taking quite big margins. So again, had a look at it, undercut the margins, and made every payment for them cheaper. So it kind of equated to kind of 4-figure saving over the year, which you can imagine for a business is quite a lot. Away from that, you know, I kind of realise and understand that franchising is quite a global industry.
Absolutely.
So, you know, whether it's a franchise that's based in the UK that's looking to expand internationally, there's going to be costs involved in different currencies. So we're able to support that and make any payments cheaper compared to banks and other brokers. Or similar to Auntie Anne's, if it's a UK master franchisor, then they might have a need to send royalties payments overseas, in which case we can make that cheaper as well. So there's no limit to how we can help as such, but as long as there's a requirement. And I suppose in terms of, you know, individuals that are looking to invest into a franchise, again, my partner, one of her roles at Auntie Anne's was to help out those who were looking to invest.
Yep.
And she said many of them were coming from overseas.
Yes.
In which case there's going to be an overall cost to begin with. And if we can help them transfer the funds into sterling, then it's going to benefit them essentially. But yeah, I mean,
basically from a franchisor perspective, it's a master. You're able to help them with the fees they're paying back to the ultimate franchisor in country. But basically, if there's anything that you're doing with international trade, import and export, there's a saving that can be had by talking to you.
Absolutely. Okay. Yeah, exactly.
Fantastic. So I ask the same question as everybody when we do a CEO meets, which is all about what your top tip would be if somebody is looking to invest in a franchise.
Oh, well, it's quite a tough question, to be honest, because I mean, from our perspective, we just look to offer a service to franchises. But I guess if you were looking to set up a franchise, well, if I was going to do it myself, I suppose it would be something that I would love doing. So if it's something you're passionate about and you could put 100% effort into it, then yeah, I would say just go for it. I mean, there's so many things that you can sort of take a look at as well to kind of support the business. So our service, for example, you know, if you're making payments overseas or receiving payments overseas, it's always good to kind of check the exchange rates and make sure that you're getting the best deals possible. But yeah, I mean, if I was looking to open a franchise, you never know, I might do one day.
Yeah, something you're passionate about and that you really love.
Exactly, yeah.
Fab. Thank you very much for your time today, Daniel. If anyone is kind of looking at it, then absolutely, you can find you on our website and find out more information about how hopefully they can save some costs for their business. But thanks for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you.